yeah. Yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Ready?
The mic. 57's the mic. No chance.
Defense.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Mike, 57.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Stay at home, stay at home. 57's the mic, watch 57. I'm trying to...
Hey, seam 6.
Check, Mike 57, Mike 57.
Gone.
Switch.
They'll look to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throw caught here by Bird. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Go. 57's the mic.
Protein spill.
Here we go. Watch the twist.
Ready?
Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner.
Number 53, Mike 53.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Out of his end zone, Mariota looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
53 for Mike. 53. Check 53. He must be treated. Let's go.
1. 3.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
7.
Second and 13. Caught here by Bell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, baby.
Go. Now.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return is Williams. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Looking to throw on second down. Mariota, incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, Mariota. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They do get 5 there, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 26, check 26. Don't travel.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Set. 10-2.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
5.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Back up.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Yo, go, go.
Check right, check right. 50 seconds.
You're out.
50 seconds to mine. Record.
Defense.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
At the Jets' 47-yard line.
3.
Mike, 53. Mike.
1st down, Mariota. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And able to find Green. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Mariota on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Play action now. Mariota. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. John Ross, the one he was looking for. They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. David Johnson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Tight dog, hey, orbit, on the ball, hit it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Mariota to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will make our score 9-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They'll set up a throw.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
To throw is Mariota. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A big play there. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On the ground, this is Williams. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Mariota under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Bullock's kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Mariota. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check three.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. They go play action. Mariota. Open man, it's Allen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. On third down, Mariota. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Marquise Goodwin, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Bravo! 53.
Third and short yardage. Mariota. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 47 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Williams. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
61, matchbox lights. Bam, bam. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Lead dribble.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Yeah. Smooth.
57. Mike, 57. Hey, here I come.
They'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for Jets. First down.
Hit it.
First and 10 at the 49.
Come on here. Come get some. Come on here. Come
6-6. Pull it high.
6 guys. Check.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
64, weak.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
X3. 218, chopper. Hard.
Sponge. No.
Hit it.
Looking to throw. Now he's forced out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Play fake. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for Jets. First down. First and 10.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ready, ready. 15 line. 15 line. Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
They don't want. Keep playing hard, fellas. All game.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. On the ground with a tight end. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Come on, set 70, Indy. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Sam off. 5.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they held them in check on the scoreboard. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
44 is the mic. 44 is mic. Check, check. Here we go, here we go. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Alpha.
57's Mike.
Let's go. He's coming.
You're out.
We got double up, double up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
And there's a chance for them to end the game. An incompletion, it's probably over. But how big was that one, though, to keep this game going?
That's the conversion of the game right now, no doubt. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Bravo.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Get it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again.
Hey, Charlie.
57's Mike.
He'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what it looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And this is caught. And it's a three-point game. So that effort gives him a three-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He's back to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Double dog. That's the way. Slam.
Round 18.
Kill. Topper.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Blue draw, Porter.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
50 seconds to Mike.
Leo.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to
go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The pass complete. It's Bird. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20.
Come on, set. And Lobo.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
On the ready.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. 57. Mike, 57. I'm here.
On 1st down, it's Bell. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Bell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
60 Pittsburgh.
Now Bell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Bell. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
An 18-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service